Hello and welcome back to 14 Days. Today we're going to take a look at one of the really difficult scenarios of Project Zomboid. There's a lot of initials and different things around the names. I'm just going to call it the burning kitchen scenario. As you may have seen, you may have played it yourself, it creates a really difficult environment. So I'm going to go in as a construction worker, I think, on this one, just to give them a bit of fitness and strength. I'm not sure how much it's going to make the difference, but skills like lumberjack and things like that, you're not going to have the weaponry most likely to make use of that. So you just need to survive for as long as possible. So in this scenario, you start off effectively in a burning kitchen. Your character's got moodicons all down the right hand side. You'll see them for hungover, in pain, bleeding, etc, etc, and they've got a cold which makes them cough and sneeze and attract zombies constantly. So we'll start off with Aimee. There she is. She's our new contender, and we're going to start off in the burning kitchen, see how we get on. As you can see, the dice hasn't rolled very well for Aimee at this point. She can't actually move, and fire is already everywhere. So just try and get, and the fire spreads instantly. And engulfs Aimee. That's the danger of fire, as you might have seen yourself. The cupboard where they use the bandage disappeared as quickly as, and yeah, the fire killed her. Effectively, in this game, you start off really badly off. Okay, so we're going to jump to Charlie. The fire's died down a bit because we started a second game. So Charlie's getting the lucky roll of the dice from poor old Aimee. Not a lot here. Pencils and skill books, not a lot good for the game. As we're playing it here, we need to survive first and attempt to get to a position of strength before we can look at any of that. So pretty much everything in the house is gone. Fires are still raging all around, and of course there will be ample zombies to deal with. There we go, sneezing, ringing the dinner bell for everybody. So one of the keys to this scenario, in my opinion anyway, is to take care of your feet first so you can actually move better. What happens currently they're barefooted and their feet are cut to pieces, so it will stop you moving very quickly at all. We'll just deal with this chap. Oh no, we won't, we'll just move on. So they'll be in that room for a little while, and no, we're not going to get any luck with that cupboard. Sometimes you can get obviously first aid kits and helpful items in there. So first thing, grab yourself some shoes. It'll make an instant difference on how fast you can travel. And there we go, we've got somebody at the window. And I don't think there's a lot we can do with a toothbrush. Let's see if we can let them in and use the old stamp trick. Thankfully there's only one at this point. There you go, sneezing and stamping as we go. Shut the window. No, don't jump out of it. Shut the window. As you can see, they've been slim picking so far in terms of loot. What you really need is a pair of tweezers, and they do actually spawn in this game, believe it or not, because the main wound that you're inflicted with actually got broken glass in it. So if you can get some, you can rip some clothes like she's doing now, and have some tweezers, at least you can bandage that up. There you go, lodged glass shards in the groin area. Lovely. So that noise you just heard was actually another zombie at the window. So in they come. This is actually easier than it looks to do as long as you stay calm, because they'll fall in and flop all over the floor and you just stamp on them to your heart's content. Okay, and so now we move into the sped up fire chasing part of this video. So effectively, if you do this run around, whether you're throwing petrol bombs, lighting fires with campfire setups or that sort of thing, especially if you haven't got a weapon, it will take quite a while to clear the zombies out, particularly if there's a lot of them. So you have to run round and round, and the only reason this is working at the moment is because we put the sneakers on. If she was barefoot, she wouldn't be able to outrun the zombies at this point. They'd just trample all over her, and she'd get tired and slow down even more. She will slow down now. Can't see this much on the sped up version, but she will slow down now, and it will get quite close. So she's going to be kind of shaking people off by running past trees very closely, that kind of thing, and slowing them down just long enough for them to all expire, which they're doing. There's only a couple left, and we're nearly there now. Seem to have caught, there we go, all of the stragglers, and now we can start looting, getting some clothes as quick as we can. The charred remains obviously don't have any loot on them. If the zombie bodies are actually laying there, you can loot them, of course. The whole point is, you've got a cold, you want to wrap up warm. Ideally you want to deal with those wounds, which we haven't quite done. Get some clothes that you can't bite easy, and the ever elusive weapon in this case. So, trying to deal with some other bits. Let's find, we've got an intact kitchen here. See if we can get some food. Beggars can't be choosers. Have some maple syrup. Of course, we've got the standard kitchen setup here. Most of the food is rotten, but you know, there's water and things knocking around. And an empty bottle, of course. You can use that to carry a bit of water. So things are looking up. Charlie's now wrapped up, and she's got a bottle of water, a little bit of food, a moment to rest, but now her wound is infected too. There's absolutely nothing to sterilise it with, and nothing to get the glass out of the wound with, so it's quite unsurprising. And the loot is pretty much zero at this stage. Yep, we've already checked that cupboard before. So let's go and see what we can find elsewhere. Still quite light on zombies. That's the plus side for having the big fire sale. The fire has actually mostly gone out, I think. So not going to get the same ones there. Can't go in the building there. Get trapped behind the counter. Let's find another entrance. Let's see if there's anything in here. Frying pan would do, but no. There we go. Ambushed straight away, and he's on fire. You have to be careful because they can set you on fire just by coming after you when they're on fire. In this case, they're actually expiring very quick because they took a lot of damage before they got to me. Charlie's doing well. Found a little bit more food. Can take a bottle of beer as well. She doesn't smoke, otherwise that would have helped. First aid book, that's really helpful at this point. So, a little help in this one. We'll have to keep searching. No, search is not paid off. We just found more zombies, and I think Charlie's starting to feel the effects a little bit. So she's now very tired. That's why she's moving slowly. Earlier on she could actually still run, a half run at least. So trying to shake them off on the trees, but there's several, and it's going to make this very difficult without a weapon. Ah. Okay. She took too much damage. She's been bleeding heavily for the whole time since the beginning of this scenario. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. There's a few tips in there if you can unpack them. Please like and subscribe.